My name's Debbie Maddox. I'm from Hanley, West Virginia in the United States, and I was so excited when I found out that Bank on Traffic was going to get started last March. I was really excited because I was getting ready to go on a cruise, and everybody was, sending me emails, and they were saying it's going to start up, and I was scared to death that it was going to start up, and I was going to be on the cruise, and I was going to miss out. But I was so lucky, and Bank on Traffic started like 3 or 4 days before I left to go on the cruise. This has been the best thing for me. I just don't know how to explain it to everybody. I really get excited when I talk about Bank on Traffic. I paid. I bought my packs. They completed. And then everybody kept saying, yeah, but are you getting paid? Have you been getting any money out? And I was like, well, no, I've never tried. I'm trying to build my business. And they was like, well, see if you can get any money out. So that was my next thing on the agenda. I started. I requested money. And it was just like clockwork. The next Tuesday, the money was there. So I went and told everybody, yeah, I got paid. This is really working. It's really paying. And, I'd even left, and while I was on the cruise, I was, wanting to get back home just so I could get back into Bank on Traffic. And I was so happy when I come home and I'd seen how much money it was doing and how great the company was going and how it was working. And it's just been blooming ever since. I mean, I have withdrew money. I don't take a lot out. I do take some money out every now and then because it's just like you've got to prove to people, yeah, it's working. I'm getting paid. They can't take your word at it. You've got to show them. So, yeah, I get paid. I show them. And I've had people to join underneath me. They're making money now, and they're working to get people underneath them. And I see the year 2014 being so great for us. I feel like Bank on Traffic, I'm going to retire in 2015, and I can't wait because I know 2014 is just going to be wonderful for us. So that's my story, and this is, I just don't know how to explain how exciting Bank on Traffic is for me. And I would like to introduce Harry and Joe, and Heidi's on the call, and Lorenzo. Our new thing is the blog. I think the blog has been one of the best things that Bank on Traffic has done. I feel very deeply about this company, and I get real emotional when I talk about it. But it makes me get excited because I know we're going to be here this year, next year, and the years to come.
Well, welcome, everybody. I thank everybody for being here. Debbie, thank you for the introduction and sharing your experience with Bank on Traffic. Lorenzo, Debbie mentioned the blog. I don't know if you wanted to provide people with some updates on what's been going on there.
Sure. We're pretty proud of the blog. We're growing. As a matter of fact, we just migrated to a new server last weekend. We are adding to it. We're getting more articles all the time. Anything that has to do with BT or internet traffic management will be on there. We have a news page. We have, as you know, the calendar and events where you can get all the call information. Everything's in one spot. We have general support topics. If you want to know about payment status, for example, the Pay the News or what's happening, we try to keep that current with all the latest news on there so people know what's going on, or especially our members. And the monthly newsletters will be on there, recorded calls. In fact, this call will be on there. If you want to look at the past months, you'll find that on there as well. It's growing, and we're getting very good feedback on it. We're adding new stuff all the time, so we hope that members are enjoying it.
So maybe we want to start out with an update on the prize contest. Heidi?
Well, hi, guys. Yeah, I'd love to do that. I want to thank everyone. One of the big send-offs that we had with the opening of the blog was a contest. And we'd had a lot of participants that joined in. I know we're a little bit behind on posting. We've had a few issues we had to take care of, but I want to let you know that we've tallied them all up, and we will be having all of the names and the contest winners up on the blog. We'll have that there before midnight, I believe, Eastern Time. So you can check it out there. And just thanks again for participating. Our next one is going to be in January. With December being a holiday month, we're going to start it off in January again. So check back at the blog so that you can see whether or not you won. And can I turn it back over to, I believe, Joe?
Okay, thanks a lot, Heidi. Just before we move on to some updates with regard to campaigns, and since you brought up the whole PESA thing, Lorenzo, on the status, I just thought I would, everybody knows by now that PESA has terminated its operations in the United States, and Bank on Traffic, Internet Traffic Management, of course, will no longer be doing business with PESA at all. As a matter of fact, we understand through our attorney that the U.S. Attorney's Office is now involved with this whole mess between PESA, OboPay, and Ultralight Financial Services, and we are opening a case with the U.S. Attorney's Office, and we also have a formal complaint filed with the state regulator in the state of Florida. So you can find more information about PESA and OboPay at the Department of Justice's website, and they do provide a phone number where you can leave your information if you happen to be a PESA account holder from the United States that has funds that are frozen or being withheld from you. So again, as Lorenzo mentioned, you can check the status as we get the information. We will let everybody know on the blog there. So with that, Harry, I'm going to toss it over to you, and you can give the updates with regard to the campaign form changes and the year-end stats on the campaign so far.
Okay, Joe, thanks. Campaign changes that you used to have to send into support directly. We now have a straight-up support ticket function for that. If you go to your campaign list page, on the right side of each of the campaigns, there's a change link, and when you click on that, it'll bring up the support ticket, and it gives you the options on what you want us to change for you, and you just submit that, and we're on top of this pretty well right now. We've changed the way we do some of our campaign structure and completion platform, and it's much quicker now. So there's a picture of the support ticket on the blog underneath the calendar and events tab there. You might have seen it already. So how are we doing in delivering the primary product that we offer? Well, and that's the pop under campaigns, unique visitors to the websites of your choice. Right now, we have 4,600 active campaigns that have more than 120 million units of visitors being delivered. We've already delivered 3,600 campaigns that have completed for over 160 million unique visitors. We're averaging between 20 and 25 million unique visitors per month being delivered through this program. I think that's it for the campaign update.
Well, thanks a lot, Harry. Those are some pretty impressive statistics for basically going on 9 months now?
Yes, it's 9 months next week.
Right.
The day after Christmas.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, so let's move on to common support issues, and we'll hand it over to our head of the support department. Heidi, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to touch on a couple of common questions that I get through support tickets, and want to make them available for the call here. And there's a few of them. One of the questions that I get all the time with new people is always asking me, how many packs can I purchase at one time? Well, that we allow you to buy how many ever packs that you would like, but remembering that your very first purchase, and this is the purchase that we call our complimentary pack, you're only permitted one of those packs. There's a difference between your first order is considered to be a business set. All business packs contained within a business set include one complimentary traffic, which means that we supply all of the traffic credits needed to reach your earning targets for those packs. A new member may only purchase one business set of the complimentary business packs, and having the leaders in the group making sure that the people that you're bringing into the business are aware of that. Anything after the completion of those cycles that is created, or any purchase after that point, are packs that you'll have to go and qualify yourself. And this question also can be answered in the member section of frequently asked questions. Another one of the questions that is always asked of me in support tickets is, I have all of these credits, but I can't qualify my packs. Why? When you're looking at your packs to qualify them and the credits, people are getting confused. There's two different areas that really need to be watched, and you can find this when you go to the section in the back office where it's to qualify your business packs. We have two things that are set up there. On the bottom of the page is an allotment. When you start your business and you have your packs and your new account is sitting there, we give you enough allotments to qualify 5 of every category that you have, starting with your starters, your basic, your pro, and down the line. Now, these do not get replenished. These allotments, once they're used up, the only way to obtain more in the allotments for qualification is by qualifying a pack of a higher level. So if you're looking to refill the allotments for your starter packs, then you'll need to qualify a business pack. A basic pack to receive enough allotments to qualify 2 of the starters. And this happens all the way down the line with each of the packs. That's the one section where everybody gets confused because they have the traffic credits or the sales credits, but they've used up their allotments. And also knowing that if you're building your business and you're bringing other people in, you're receiving sales credits. And if you're using your sales credits, then your allotments are not touched. They are not used if you're using sales credits. So that's another great reason why you should actually try to build the business and bring other people in. One other question that I have all the time is about rolling up my packs. I have these packs here and I'm trying to roll them up. The system won't let me. Why? The main reason, the only time that a roll-up can be done is with repurchase packs. If you have 2 repurchase packs and 1 new pack of the same category, it's not going to show up for a roll-up. Our system only permits, at this point in time, I'm not sure if it'll ever be changed, but at this point in time it has to be 3 packs of the same category, and they have to be repurchase packs, not new packs. So another one of the questions that I'm going to go over is the campaigns. If I don't run a campaign, will it affect my business packs? I want to make sure that everybody's aware that the business packs that you're purchasing has nothing to do with whether your campaign is running. It's not going to change the fact that your packs are going to complete. They're going to cycle through. The traffic that you receive that you use for campaigns is separated, totally separate from having to do with anything with the business packs. And then another question that comes about with the campaigns that comes into play with this same question is, the URLs. You can use the traffic and create campaigns with any URL that you would like, as long as it stays within our guidelines. On the very first page, when you first come to our company and you have the greeting page, there's a question on there that asks about it. You can do any website that's considered as general, similar to a PG movie rating. There's also a place that you can go and check to see the different types of websites that you're allowed to apply to the campaigns themselves. And then another question that comes up: can I change my email or information in my account? Our system is set up to, once you input your information, which we're hoping that you're putting in the correct information and your own name, but and sometimes there is a mistake in your typing, as we all do. Only person that can change that is the management. So what you'll have to do is, if there is an error in your email or an error in your name, that you'll have to create a support ticket through the back office and ask us to do the changes for you. Your username is generated by our system, and they're unique to everybody's individual name, and those names are also linked to your individual emails. So again, if you need to have some changes made, please send in a support ticket to us to have these changes made for you by the management. Excuse me. And another issue that's come up recently with all of the STP and PESA issues, when people are making a withdrawal, especially now with STP. The STP withdrawal issues that we're having that are coming in pretty often with people, you need to do a couple things and make sure. STP has made some changes. The username that you have now has to be your exact username from STP. And you need to verify your account with STP for your withdrawal limits. Some people are requesting dollar amounts and their limits have been reduced. This in turn will save on time and your ability to get your withdrawal in time. If you don't fill these properly, we do a mass distribution of the withdrawals, and the system will reject it. And in your account in the back office where you have your withdrawal request, you can go there and we put into the line as to what the reason is that it was rejected. And you would have to submit a new withdrawal request. But if you're going to submit it again in the same manner and not having any changes made, chances are they'll be again rejected and you'll have to do this all over again. We want to make sure you're paid. So help us help you get paid by making sure that information is all correct. And there's just one more thing I just want to touch on real quick. We also want you to remember that when you're going to make your purchases, even though at the moment we have limited ways in which you can do this, we do still have bank wire available. You can make a purchase via bank wire. If you'll please just submit a support ticket, and I in turn will make sure that you get the information that you need via the support ticket to have that information to continue to make your purchases. And I think that's pretty much all that I have to say in the support department. Thanks.
Well, hey, thank you, Heidi. That's a lot of good information there. we want to kind of introduce the coming launch of what we're loosely calling BT 2.0. We have some additions in terms of training, videos, marketing tools, and sort of an array of new products that are in the planning phase. So why don't you talk to people a little bit about that?
First of all, for the training videos and the marketing tools, we're going to be launching BT 2.0, which is going to be hopefully around mid-January or sooner. For those that have been waiting and asking for the training videos and other marketing tools, we are going to be offering new products that I'll talk about in a minute, but we are waiting to get everything in line and ready to go so we don't have to redo everything all over again. We're pretty excited about that, and a lot of the items I mentioned have already been developed. As far as the new products, this is going to be a really great thing. It's going to be added revenue for everyone. And one thing that I want to stress, and the company has always stressed, is that BT, which is owned by Internet Traffic Management, is a sales-driven business. And that's very important, and that point really needs to be driven home to everyone, especially new members. That's essentially just like any other business. I don't care if it's a McDonald's or a Walmart or any business. They can only survive by sales. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So we have some really great things that are going to be happening. We're going to be having web-based products for customers and members. This is really important because now your resources with the traffic and what you're doing right now with Bank on Traffic, you can be going after a whole different market. Any business can participate in our new products. We are going to have member perks where we have actual added value to those that are current members or future members. That's going to be a benefit to have people upgrade, including the customers. When you see the new platforms that are coming out, the sales platforms, it would be advantageous for a customer to upgrade to be a member. I'm excited because that's the exact opposite of most of these programs out there that are charging overpriced products for an affiliate type model. We want our members to actually have a benefit for being a member. This is going to create increased revenue. That's going to really help the company and the members as a whole. And we're even going to have some commission-based products, so there's going to be other ways that you're going to see that you'll be able to make revenue and generate an income for you and your family. A lot of work has been put in behind the scenes from a lot of different people, including some of our members, trying to get this going, and we're very excited, as I said. We're also exploring other types of traffic, and we've had a lot of requests that people want various types of, perhaps banner ads or that type of thing. Again, as Harry mentioned on a previous call, it has to fit in our model, but now we have another opportunity to offer traffic in another location with our other platforms that we're going to be adding soon. So this is all going to be launched in mid-January or sooner. Again, stay tuned. And I'm going to give it to Joe because he's got some exciting news, and then you can take for those on the call, you get the first official sneak peek of what's going to be happening.
Okay. Well, thank you, Lorenzo. That's really important to emphasize that we've spent a lot of time focusing on one of our primary objectives, which is to build the value of the Bank on Traffic membership for the members. And I think that all of you will be quite impressed with some of these new products that will be part of our relaunch in January. So we're all looking forward to it, and it's going to be real exciting stuff. Before I go on to the new payment processor that we're integrating, I want to bounce back to Harry because, as we commented, it's been coming up on 9 months, and we're about ready to close out the year here in another couple of weeks. And I thought maybe now would be a good moment to kind of have a recap of how we did financially over the last nearly 9 months here. Harry?
I'm going to do something that is not normally done by any company that I know of. I'm going to disclose the actual financial situation that and the accomplishments that we've made over the last 9 months. Starting off with the fact that we've now completed over 54,000 of our business packs. One thing that I did here just recently is I did a purge of old accounts. We were approaching 11,000 members. We are now back under 10,000 members because a lot of the members from back in March and April came in through some of these downline builder clubs and never did anything. So we removed about a little over 1,000 people just a couple weeks ago from the database. And another reason to do that is because we're about to launch some really major things, and I just I'm the kind of guy I like to have things cleaned up. So that's why we did that. So we're just shy. We have 9,889 members now, and growing. I'm going to give you the financial information for the last 9 months. Total earnings. Now, this is total earnings to the members. $8,356,988. That's $928,000 a month in earnings. Total repurchases was a little over $6 million. Total member cash was $2.2 million, $2,258,988. That's a little over $250,000 a month in member earnings. And member cash earnings. I mean, money that has actually gone to the e-wallets. Cash payments, $1,185,000. That's $135,000 a month being paid out to the payment processors, to your e-wallets. Our internet traffic management products and operations cost us $563,000 for the 9 months, $62,000 a month. Member earnings that are still working in PAX and or in e-wallets is $622,000. Cash in the bank right now is $742,000. So you can see that we have more cash than we have liability. So that's something that you won't hear very often from too many other companies. So that's the average earnings per member is $845. We've paid out over 7,400 payments of $160 average. So that's where we are.
Well, that's good. I would say that I think most would agree that that's not too shabby, considering some of the challenges we've faced along the way, and considering the fact that we've held true to our philosophy and our ideals here with regard to delivering product. And when we say that those earnings that show in your e-wallet, that's real money. That's there for you to use and withdraw. And so, in other words, we are not a Ponzi scheme of any kind. We are not a Hyatt program. We're not a get-rich-quick scheme, but we are a real business. And we are in good financial shape, and our members have the opportunity to build real businesses upon that foundation. So I'm going to introduce the new payment processor that we are currently in the process of integrating into the Bank on Traffic site. You can get a preview if you go to the blog and under Calendar and Events and scroll down all the way under the flash phone there. You'll see a little preview presentation. It has, I think, 6-7 slides that will give you a little sneak peek. We have successfully negotiated and contracted with a very well-respected international processor that provides us with a platform upon which we can have our own e-wallet services. And this is it's actually begun officially, the integration. I will point out that in order for us to secure this, we did have to pass through a very rigorous underwriting process, and they're very, very strict about all compliance issues and so forth, fraud protection and the protection of customer information, et cetera, et cetera. So we have now passed this to our developers. They are in the process of working through the integration. But this is really exciting stuff, particularly for the members, because it is going to give you many, many options in terms of getting money in and out of the system. So some of the highlights, you will have the ability to have a personal, personal or a business wallet. You can put a business name on your wallet. It's secure access. It's available worldwide. The fees associated with moving money in and out in the various methods are very, very reasonable. So it's very cost effective. It provides for multi-currency options. It has built-in fraud protection. We do have a prepaid card program that we will be releasing along with this. It's a MasterCard, by the way. It's one of the most reasonably priced prepaid cards on the market today, we believe. We are in the process of adding the credit card functionality to it. That won't be active initially, but it is going. We're in the underwriting process of that, which is a secondary follow-on to the base platform. So there will be multi-processors involved for the various credit cards, both domestic and international. So we have multiple languages available there. There's SMS and email notifications. We have worldwide standard bank transfers. For your deposit options include worldwide standard bank transfers. And by the way, just to follow up related to what Heidi said about our wire transfer, a direct wire transfer service, which we currently do offer through the support ticket, that will in fact be replaced by the wire transfer functions that will be available through your Internet Traffic Management e-wallet system. We can do worldwide expedited transfers, cash deposits worldwide, money orders, cashier's checks. We will eventually be able to accept payments via credit cards. More importantly, third-party networks such as Alipay and Kiwi will be activated initially, and we very likely will ultimately fully integrate STP with this system as well. Withdrawal options also include standard bank transfers. Multi-currencies are permitted. We have you can actually have a check mailed to you, a paper check. We have the prepaid card option, which we'll talk about a little more in a minute. You can do member-to-member transfers, or you will be able to do that. And again, you can take money out through your accounts at Alipay or Kiwi, and hopefully we will have a successful integration with STP in the future, so that will be able to be used easily as well through the system. The prepaid card is a prepaid MasterCard. Our target cost to the member is projected to be at $15.95. It has some pretty impressive limits on it in terms of the balance you can maintain and the daily withdrawal limits. You can use it at an ATM to withdraw cash. You can use it for purchasing at any place that takes a MasterCard. You can use it online for purchasing, in any way that you would use a MasterCard. And the initial card will, has very reasonable limits in terms of loading and daily purchases and so forth. And further information will be provided to you. All members who are paid members will get an account through the Internet Traffic Management e-wallet system, and you will be able to order your card there, and you will be able to manage all of your deposit and withdrawal functions and track all of your balances and fees and so forth. Will all be done there. We are planning a seamless integration so that you will be able to go in your back office and connect directly with your e-wallet to manage your money. So this is really going to help substantially, especially in light of the fact that of the issue with Payza and which has had frankly a very negative impact on us and our members. And so this, I think, is
Joe?
a very yes.
Can I add a couple points here on the payment system?
Absolutely.
One thing I want to emphasize is, a lot of people have asked us if they could fund other people's accounts for them. Well,
yes.
With this payment process, it's e-wallet to e-wallet or member to member. You'll be able to transfer funds to anyone who has a Internet Traffic Management e-wallet account.
That's correct.
So that answers one of those big issues that was brought up many times.
Yeah, I think
the other thing is the ACH and EFT processes that a lot of people are familiar with, where you can basically link your bank account to your e-wallet and move funds back and forth.
That's right.
So I just wanted to emphasize those two things.
Yeah, no, good. Thanks for pointing that out. Those are very, very important things. And I think in general, this whole system offers a great deal of flexibility both for depositing and withdrawing. And it offers a great deal of options and flexibility for taking your money and using your money. So we're very, very pleased to be offering this, and we expect it to be available hopefully within the next 10 to 14 days. Our target is to have it fully integrated by the end of the month. So this is good, and this is going to solve a lot of issues. Plus, it's going to open up options that were complicated for the members in the past, as Harry pointed out. So that's about all I have at the moment. I think I'll toss it back over to Deb. We were going to perhaps take a few questions, I think, at this point. Right, Debbie?
Yes. I know you've mentioned Payza and the problems that, everybody's having with Payza. And people's been sending me, emails, and they're saying, about the completion of the panels and how slow everything's been going, and I've been telling them, and I just want to make sure I'm telling them the right things, that Payza hurt sales, which hurts the completion of our panels. Now,
that's absolutely right, Debbie, and
okay.
It's good that you bring that up. I know that there are a lot of members that want to ask that same question. Is what's going on with the completion time of the packs? And I think Harry's probably the best one because he has his hands on the buttons, and he sees what happened with regard to Payza and the way that we had been receiving the majority of our money from members' purchases. Harry?
Yeah. Okay, Joe. There's a couple issues that are paramount to our ability to complete packs. We are addressing those issues right now with a lot of the things that we've just told you about. We are a sales-driven organization, and when you don't have payment processing ability by losing somebody like Payza that did nearly 2/3 of our business, that's a big slowdown in sales. So this whole payment processing is key to the sales. We have a lot of people who want to buy things and have no way to do it. So we need to address that, and that's what we're doing, and that's going to be solved very soon. The second thing is, in order for people to buy things, you have to have things to sell to them. Lorenzo touched on a lot of the different products and things. So the two weaknesses that we have, and to be very frank about it, the two weaknesses that we have are the ability for people to make purchases and to receive their funds, and enough product, different product for people to have a real interest in continuing to build the business. So those issues are being addressed, and I predict, and I've made predictions that have failed, but I predict that within the next couple months, when we get these platforms up and running and these new products that are coming out, you're going to see a huge change in the time that it takes to generate enough sales to complete these packs.
Yeah, I agree. I think that this is some exciting times coming up. 2014 is really looking to be an exciting and very prosperous time for Bank on Traffic. So, do we want to? Do we have any members that have any questions? Do we want to open up the floor, Lorenzo?
I'm going to open it up, and please remember the *6 if you would mute it if you're not going to speak, and *6 again to mute it. Or else we can't hear each other.
May I quickly throw in a question? Ronnie Sen is from India and part of one of our very large Indian groups that we have. And he has a question, but he's unable to talk. He asked, will the prepaid cards be available to order in India? Do we have that answer yet?
I believe the answer to that question is yes. But this is pending all the final details, and but although I can't say with 100% certainty, I am about 99% certain. Yes.
Okay.
Joe, we can put that on our list of things to do.
We should flag that question actually, because I can probably confirm that separately and provide a definitive answer. But this is an international provider, an international issuer, and the services that they offer cover a wide number of countries.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with this Alipay, but they have 550 million members. It's a Chinese company, so they're all over Asia. So
Harry, they may not know what you're talking about. Will you explain to them how our system will actually send funds to Alipay? Since you brought that up.
It's fully integrated into our e-wallet platform. And so, in other words, if they have an Alipay, if a member has an Alipay account, they will simply, through the functions available right through the interface to their e-wallet, will be able to send their money from their e-wallet to a third party like Alipay.
Or fund it through Alipay as well.
Or in the reverse direction as well, if they want to take money out of their Alipay, or Kiwi, by the way. And another way, speaking of funding, is that I think will be very, very popular amongst many of our European members is the bill pay function, where people who have online banking with their local banks, they can set up Bank on Traffic or Internet Traffic Management as a payee, and simply the same way they may pay their electric bill or something online, they will be able to make payments to their e-wallet account right from their online banking.
Right.
That's also an important option that I had neglected to mention earlier.
Okay, so if we're all set on that, I'm going to open it up.
We're looking at timing on the e-wallet integration.
Well, the e-wallet integration has begun, and I spent a lot of time with the APIs involved yesterday, and I'm relatively comfortable that we can have this done. It is doable by the end of the month. If it takes a little extra time and we bleed over into next year, it won't be by much.
Okay, anybody else out there ready to ask a question? Push *6 to release your phone and ask away.
Yes. So I'm not satisfied with your answer to your back movement, because movement is slowing down from the beginning to the date now, and I see that the PESA issue is the movement, but the slow down process started in March.
Well, I'll go ahead and answer that. I certainly can appreciate your concerns there, and we're trying to be as as open and upfront about the issue as we can. We're certainly painfully well aware of the fact that the completion time and the movement of the packs, as you say, has been sort of increasing and increasing, but remember that is reflective of, it's a direct reflection of the sales the sales volume of the company as a whole. So obviously we, as the Bank on Traffic management, are enormously concerned about it, just as all the members are. Okay? So again, the biggest impact that has caused a dramatic increase recently in the completion time of PACs is, of course, related to the incident with PESA, because basically nearly 2/3 of our sales were transacted through PESA. And when we removed that option, of course, as Harry pointed out, there are many members that want to buy, but they don't have the ability to buy. And unfortunately, that affects everyone. That affects the entire membership. And as I mentioned earlier, we're not fooling anybody. In other words, we're not building some kind of a scheme here. We're dealing with real money. And in order to make sure that the real money is there, what we say is there is really there, then when times slow down, everyone's going to feel the pain. But
Joe, basically the problem with PESA accelerated the slowdown.
Yes, that's what I mean. It accelerated the slowdown. It exacerbated the problem. But on the other hand, as Harry pointed out, we are taking extraordinary measures here in terms of expanding the platform, expanding the business, expanding the capabilities, expanding the financial aspects in terms of being able to transact in a number of different ways so that we're not so dependent upon one or two processors. And all of this is going to have a reverse effect, in the sense that sales will obviously pick up, and I predict that they will pick up quite dramatically, particularly in light of the new business opportunities or the expanded opportunity that's offered by the 2.0 release in January. And I would just add that not only is it true sales driven, this is a truly sales driven business model. This is a real business. And what I would add is that it's our platform, our model has been designed to be sustainable. Not something that is going to be around for a year, maybe two, and that's the end of it, like so many of these programs out there. We are building, and our membership is part of a sustainable, long-term business opportunity. And that's the other key element to this. It's not a short-term, get-rich-quick scheme. It's not. And it is not an investment. You are building a business, and businesses of all types have ups and downs for a wide variety of reasons. It's our job to keep our eye on the ball and to keep developing this business to broaden the opportunity and increase the opportunities for all of our members.
There's one thing that I would like to add to that to top this off. And yes, it is a sales-driven business. But in order to be a sales-driven business, it first and foremost has to be a product-driven business. So we have good product, but we need more product. We need different products. We need products that everybody wants to buy, and we need products that interface with each other. So we're trying to build a marketing platform that everybody will want to use. Now, obviously, that's a tall order, but we're working on it.
Yes, we are. We are.
Okay, I see here Tor is wanting to chime in.
Okay, hello everybody. I think, thank you for letting me speak here. There is a big event that's been happening today that I don't think everybody got the wide and international meaning of it. We actually have a real company that disclosed the total financial situation. It's unheard of today. I've never heard of it. This is not only happening when they stand on the rooftops and shout, and we've earned 10,000 millions in the last few days. But actually we're having people complaining on slowdowns or whatever and whatnot, and still we are getting the real numbers for what is going on. It's commendable. I really, really commend for that for happening. It's never been heard of before. I really take my hat off for you for doing that.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Tor.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hey, Andy. Yes, we can. Loud and clear.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention about my involvement with Bank on Traffic. I got involved back in March this year, and I had a gut feeling about the old concept, so I went with the flow. I've worked quite hard to introduce it to other people. I've got a good back office going for me now. I personally haven't drawn a penny out of Bank on Traffic. The reason for that is that I'm building up my income for the future. And to hear about the new e-wallet coming on board is the best thing that I've heard in a long time from Bank on Traffic. And I am so pleased about that because it will help me. Being in the UK using Payzer and STP is not a good thing for me. And so this e-wallet, when it comes on board, will do a real lot of good for a lot of people. And I compliment BT on taking this forward. Thanks a lot. It's really appreciated.
Thank you. That was thank you for sharing that with us.
Andre, are you there?
Yes,
I'm
here.
said
I'm here.
How are you doing today?
Well, I'm good. I just wanted to share my feelings on Bank on Traffic. I mean, the journey until now has been remarkable. And, I mean, a lot of people sometimes, most of the people, I mean, don't know how to deal with a product, for example, that we have now pop on their ads. And I think everybody should try and create different campaigns and apply different strategies so you can see which is the best way to master this type of ad. In regarding to the company in its whole, I think the transparency of the company is wonderful. This company has really surpassed all my expectations, and it keeps surpassing all my expectations. And I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. I'm very happy. I'm very happy with the evolution of the company, and I think we have a very good horizon, and things are good, and that's it.
Well, thank you, Andre. Deb, are you there?
I sure am.
Okay, go
I'd
ahead,
like
Deb.
to remind everybody needs to go to the blog. Everybody needs to go to Twitter. Everybody needs to go to Facebook. We need to flood these places. We need to show everybody, what Bank on Traffic is and how well we're doing. And the only way to do it is like everybody's been saying, we need to get out there and we need to put it on Twitter. We need to go to Facebook, just plaster everywhere you can think of, and get the word out there.
Yep, that's absolutely right. And sometimes it's a little bit like the which came first, the chicken or the egg, right?
Right.
So the more
I'm not
activity
a
that we
Twitter
have,
person.
the more people we bring in, the more sales we make. It kind of snowballs on itself.
Right. When we started all, they were saying, we need to go to Twitter, and I'm not a Twitter person, and but I did it. I went out there, and I've been going to Twitter. I mean, how else are they going to know about us if we just stay in a corner and we don't go out there and let people see us?
That's right. Nope, we all
there.
have to promote. That's
exactly.
That's the essence of the business in marketing. So
yeah, that's the third prong of what we have to build. We talked about the ability to make a purchase, the ability to have something to purchase that's worthwhile, and the ability to market it. So the third prong of that is marketing. And with the marketing platform that we're going to introduce to our members here shortly, it's nothing short of phenomenal. I'm blown away by it, and I think all your members are going to be blown away by it.
I know I was certainly blown away by it. Well, I think this was a pretty good call today, and we certainly appreciate all the members that have participated with us. And I want to take this opportunity on behalf of Bank on Traffic and Internet Traffic Management to wish everyone a very happy holiday season, happy new year. And we are really looking for a fun and prosperous year in 2014. So thank you all for being here, and we will have another meeting soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.